Hey guys, Brooke and Laura here for Lawyering Outside the Lines. And we're finishing off May with a little promotional. We launched our first course in April that actually teaches attorneys how to build a virtual law firm. And we had really awesome, great success with the community and the interaction of the attorneys in the group. And so we are actually launching this course again next week, starting on June 1st. And so we feel like it's very timely right now, but it's also something that we've been doing here at MyVirtual.Lawyer for over 5 years. So our goal is now and has been to impart our experience so that others can learn and not have to reinvent the wheel, because we understand how overwhelming that can be.
Exactly. And the course, just so that you guys all know, it consists of over 15 self-guided videos with accompanying written materials like audits and checklists and just things for you to read through during the 5-week period of time during the course. Each week, we send out self-guided topics followed by a live Q&A with Brooke, myself, and others in the community. We believe that people learn from others' questions, so we heavily promote the interaction as being key to the experience of learning.
Absolutely. And we've gotten really great feedback for that as well. And it's kind of helped us too. But so we wanted to give you an overview today of what exactly you can expect, because that's the question we often get. And so we want to kind of give you an overview of what we cover in the course. So the first week, it really is that general overview. We talk about virtual law firm business structures and models, what that could look like for you, because we have a definition of what a virtual law firm is, and there are certain things that make a virtual law firm, but not all virtual law firms look exactly the same. So it's an overview and an introduction to virtual law firms. And also we discuss alternative legal service options. That feels like dirty words, because sometimes attorneys buck at us when we talk about alternative legal service options. But I do think that that's something important, especially in today's times, in the current climate, to understand what's out there and how to collaborate and cooperate and not, fight against that, just to leverage that for our own benefit. So we talk about that. And we also do a little bit of a deep dive into creating some workflows and what that looks like, because that's extremely important for us. We focus on efficiency in our practice. The point of a virtual law firm is to free up and also give you more efficient processes and practices. So that's a part of week 1 as well.
Week 2 gets a little bit more intense, and we get really kind of in the weeds. That's the wrong phrase, because it's good weeds, not bad weeds, but we get into all the details of choosing your technology, how to, work with your intake virtually, automation for your documents. So that's a big thing for really any law firm, but it's a big thing that makes a virtual law firm more efficient, is by doing things electronically. You can put together your intake and automate your documents together. We talk about client portals. That's a big thing for anybody who listens to us on a regular basis. Client portals are the key to us. They're the key for how we function as a law firm, and how, in our mind, how we are able to call ourselves a virtual law firm. That's how we deliver our services to our clients. We talk about scheduling and calendaring, so how people are booking their appointments with you. Communications, we talk about managing payments, just pretty much everything that is the detail-oriented part of running a virtual law firm. That's what to expect in week 2.
Right. And that's a lot. Week 2 is probably our most heavy content week. We allow the participants to come to us with those questions at our Q&As, and also, some of leads over into other weeks, because it all kind of goes together. So that was week 2. Week 3, we talk about choosing your remote services. Sometimes it's a difficult concept to grasp how to actually provide services remotely when we've been taught to do it a different way and taught that clients have different expectations. Generally, we're wrong about that, but we discuss that in our course, how to actually choose your remote services and what parts of your services can be remote. We also touch a little bit on limited scope representation. Obviously, if you've been here before and you've listened to us, you know we are exclusively limited scope representation. We do not expect that, nor have we designed this entire course as a limited scope virtual offering for the participants because we want to be able to kind of meet everyone where they are. But we do have a part of the course that touches on limited scope services because we feel like that is an offering it's very conducive to virtual lawyering, and it's also something we always like to put in people's minds that it's something they can do because we're limited scope fairies and we try to spread that across the United States. But and lastly, in week 3, we also talk about how to generally structure and set legal fees, alternative ways to do that, alternatives to the billable hour, that is. And so we discuss kind of how we're set up and how we encourage others to set up for, again, more efficient, more fulfilling, getting paid, a better practice. So that's week 3.
Week 4, we talk about things that we get asked about a lot, and that includes ethics and security, and the ethics involved with running a virtual practice, you know, what that looks like, how it may be different, how it's not different at all from a brick and mortar practice. Security is a big thing that we get asked about as well. So we go into detail about, you know, ways to secure your law firm and, you know, and what that looks like. We talk about best practices. This is where, you know, the live Q&A is really helpful for people to be able to ask questions and talk amongst themselves even about best practices on running a virtual law firm and what that looks like in the creation stage and the actual running stage. A big thing too that's also timely, and again, we created this course, I don't know that we talked about it yet today, but we created this course before the coronavirus happened, and it just so happens that it's a little bit timely right now. Another thing that we're going to talk about in week 4 is business continuity planning and disaster relief. It is, you know, it's something that is in both of our minds. Here's some cats in the background.
She will not be quiet.
It's something that's been in both of our minds for various reasons. I used to work at Westlaw, as most of you know, and I worked in Houston right after Katrina happened and Hurricane Ike that flooded the entire southeast part of Texas pretty much. And, you know, business continuity plans and disaster relief plans, how does that fit in with your virtual law firm world versus a brick and mortar world? And that's something that we focus on heavily in week 4. So week 4 is more about the, you know, commonly asked questions that we get related to ethics, security, business continuity, and disaster relief.
Yep, and week 5 is kind of our wrap-up week, but we talk about some things that we feel are very important to virtual law firms and efficiency and law firms in general, but we talk about outsourcing and streamlining and how important that is to getting set up in a virtual law practice. We also touch a little bit on client relations and marketing. Marketing online is key for, and on social media is key for virtual law practices, but you know, there are traditional methods that work, but it's a little bit different. And I think attorneys sometimes are a little bit hesitant because of some of the ethics stuff that we talked about in week 4, and also just because it's a different way to market your practice. So we talk a little bit about that client management, relations, and marketing. And then we also, if you are familiar with us, we also have other opportunities. We have a licensing program, and we have we offer consulting for people on virtual law practices. And so we talk a little bit about if that's something that you need beyond this course. The course, we allow participants to come and ask their questions, and we do workshops and things in our Q&A in the group setting. But sometimes people are ready just to have that more, you know, one-on-one touch and personal assistance basically in their practice with us. So we talk about those opportunities a little bit at the end of week 5. But we just wanted to hop on here today and kind of, we've been getting a lot of questions about what's included in our course. We wanted to share that with you guys. We also, you know, wanted to let you know that we are starting our next round on June 1st, like I said earlier. So A link to the course registration is going to be in the comments below. We offer, it's a one-time payment, or you can make payments. So that's an option, and you can sign up anytime through next week to join for week 1. So we give you a little bit of extra time, but you'll want to hop in as soon as you can. And feel free to reach out if you have any questions specifically about the course. And also this Friday, we have a free workshop that is a little bit more detailed than what we're talking about here in this overview of our course, but it's not quite as in-depth as our course. But we have a workshop that's free for those of you who want to participate. That'll be this Friday at 10 a.m. And the link will also be in the comments to join for that and to be notified. So thank you guys for joining us today. We hope you have a great week, and we hope to see you in the course.